Now they've been around in various guises since 2002. By the names Diet or Union, or even Superheroes of BMX, but now they're, well, since 2003, they've been known as Bloc Party, and their rise seemed fairly rapid after Callie, the frontman, I'm sitting with here, gave Steve Lamacq and Alex Kapranos from Franz Ferdinand a demo CD. Things really took off for them. Callie, would you say that, you know, it was a very, obviously there were years of, you know, behind that, sort of working very hard, but from that point, would you say that things happened pretty quickly for you guys?
Yeah, from that point it was, I guess it was, I guess it was the end of the summer that we started sending out CDs, and I think, and then at the start of the following year we were kind of assigned bands, so yeah, it was a pretty, once the wheels were in motion, it was a pretty kind of quick procedure.
Yeah, and in terms of then recording the album Silent Alarm, was that from a base of songs that you guys had already had, or was it time for you then to sort of write a whole new batch of songs?
Well, we had a set of, I think, about 8 songs that we kind of rotated, that we played, and some of them made their way, some of them appeared on the record, but there are some songs that we wrote just before entering kind of the studio. I remember Blue Light was a song that we wrote just before, you know, we recorded the album, so here we are. Okay,
now Paul Epworth produced that album.
Yes.
There's obviously a very distinct difference between Silent Alarm and Weekend in the City. You know, for me, Silent Alarm is very contrasted between its harder moments and its more mellow ones. Weekend in the City seems to be more melodic and polished. Was that because of just the direction the band was heading in, trying out something new, or was that perhaps because of the new producer, Jackknife Lee?
I don't think the new producer, I don't think Jackknife Lee kind of, his influence really affected how the songs, you know, affected the songs we chose to write. I think, you know, we were just writing different songs. We were a different band in 2006 when we were writing this record, and which is to be expected really, because we wrote Silent Alarm in the summer of 2004. You know, and we hadn't toured the world, and we hadn't played live. You know, we hadn't done extensive touring. You know, we had a lot to learn about, you know, composition and performance and our abilities. And I think that, you know, subsequently with Weekend in the City, we wanted to try and express more than just the kind of frantic kind of side of the band, and I think that's just, you know, that's just what happened really. You know, it's really about, you know, for us as a band, it's really about, you know, trying to explore as much as we can really. We wouldn't feel, you know, happy if we weren't, you know, pushing against what it is that we're supposed to, you know, pushing against what it is we're perceived to be as a band.
Do you feel that sort of engenders you to your fans, that, you know, because you do write these songs that mean a lot to you, and the rest of the guys, you know, that they really feel they can sort of associate more with you?
You know, perhaps I think perhaps, I don't know, I think the emotional content of the music is something that has really, you know, really attracted people throughout the world. You know, we're one of, you know, the handful of, you know, British bands that can go, you know, anywhere in the world, and, you know, people will be excited, and people are excited to see us play. You know, it doesn't happen for, you know, many of our peers back home in London, and I think, no, not London, in the UK. And
now let's talk about one of your songs, the most recent single for us over here, Hunting for Witches, about the sort of terrorism and, you know, this fear that is being pushed upon people.
Yeah. The idea for this song came whilst we were touring Silent Alarm 2005, and London was, on July 7th, London was hit by a terrorist attack, and we were out of the country at the time. We were touring in Sweden, and then I was just, you know, I'm returning to the UK. I was really amazed by the reaction of the kind of mainstream press. You know, how kind of vitriolic and Islamophobic the press had suddenly become, and I guess I just wanted to try and explore, you know, the effects of that, you know, the effects of that swing in you know, in a way that you know, how, you know, if I was perhaps living in the UK as, you know, reader of, you know, the Daily Mail or you know, middling newspaper, how that would affect my perception of people from other backgrounds. Really, that's what the song's about.
Okay, well, Kelly, thank you very much for taking some time out.
Thank you.
We're going to go to the video now for Hunting for Witches by Bloc Party.